Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Choyceman checking in from Choyceman.com. I got some beats over there. You can go check it out, man. Some new shit I just uploaded, man. Some real fire, man. Let's go check that out, man. But let me get into the topic of this video. This one is about the music game back then and the way how it is now. Now, you probably like, yo, back then, you old ass nigga Choyce. Nah, I'm not that old, trust me. I'm still a young boy. You know what I mean? But I came up in the era where the music was like changing. So I've witnessed like the sample era, like the Dipset, the Rough Riders, Locks, Rockefeller, like when those, like New York was like killing music at that time. Like late 90s, like to 2000 and up. That's when I really started to get into music, like Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg days. Like when Snoop Dogg, not when Snoop Dogg was like Death Row, but like his later times. Because I'm not that old, but like I witnessed like the change in music, the music, how it changed, and the way how music is now. It's crazy because back then it was all about lyrics. You know what I mean? It was all about bars. It was all about punchlines and metaphors and shit. That's how you got put on. You know what I'm saying? That's how you solidify your spot as, yo, this guy's nice. This guy needs to get signed. But back then record labels were good. You know, back then record labels were paying a lot of money for music videos, for giving artists deals, and when you signed to a record label, when CDs were selling in stores, a lot of shit was different, but it was changing. I seen when Napster came out. I was around when Napster came out. You guys probably heard of Napster, like the newer or the younger generation. You guys probably heard of Napster, and the people that's around my age and whatnot and came up in my time, they know that Napster, when Napster came out, this shit was like, it was like the greatest thing in the world. I was like, what the fuck? I can download any song I want? I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. I was on it, and I was downloading bare tracks. And soon after that, like, I stopped. I was buying CDs, whatnot, but then I seen the CD thing start to phase. So this thing called MP3 came out. Everybody had these little things, and like, yo, I have like 300, 400 tracks on here. I'm like, what? This little thing? Like, yeah, MP3. That shit changed the game. Napster changed the game though, because that fucked up a lot of the record labels. You know what I mean? And record labels are fucked up now. In 2015, they fucked up, man. Real bad. That's why they gotta lock artists in 360 deals. And if you don't know what a 360 deal is, and you doing music, you're a fucking idiot. Like, real talk. Maybe you a younger cat, and you don't really know much about it, but you should have heard of it if you're looking for a deal and you're speaking to different people and whatnot. 360 deal is what they doing now to just lock you in, because they realize now that as a music artist, the money is in the shows. That's where you're gonna get most of your money now, you know, as a music artist. So that's why it's real important for you to understand this business, this music business, and where and what makes money. Like, you don't need a record label anymore. In 2015, you don't. If you're coming up as a music artist, you just need to fucking get a nice little team behind you, get a good cameraman, get a good marketing team, you know what I mean? Get your tracks up, get your producer, and just build a nice little small team that everybody's on the same page. You guys have the same goal. You just go with it, man. Start dropping tracks, start shooting videos, start promoting, build your buzz, you know what I mean? Let it bubble for a year. Like, an artist can start today, and within, I say, like 8 months to a year, if he goes hard, he can be doing shows for like 10 grand. You know what I mean? He can be doing shows for that, independent, not signed, 10 grand. I know some local artists that are doing that. They're not doing 10 grand, but they're doing like maybe 5, 6 grand. They're doing like maybe $500 or sorry, 500 people to a show, and they charging $20 a ticket. You do the math, you know what I mean? And he's getting all that back. And not to mention that it's his show, so he's gonna have his mixtape selling too for maybe about $5. And he's probably gonna have shirts too selling for about maybe $7 or $10. He's getting all that money. All he has to do is just rent out the venue. That's all he has to do. Promote the show, sell the tickets, people buy at the door, whatever, you charge an extra $5. Whatever the fuck you do your show, you come out there with like 7-8 grand cash, money, all for you. And you do it again and again and again. Go back, you start another mixtape, record, shoot your videos, get your promo. Just do it all over again. It's real simple, guys. You don't need a music record label anymore. 2015, you don't. Especially with social media, social networks, you don't need that shit. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. These things can make you a star if you know how to use it and if you stay consistent on promoting on it. This shit can make you a star. You know what I mean? I can honestly say, like, I having a lot of success because of this social media shit, you know what I mean? Because I've been constantly promoting. I'm promoting every day, all day, every day. On my Instagram, on my Twitter, whatnot. I don't really fuck with Facebook, but I should. You know, it's kind of stupid of me not to, but whatever. Whatever's worked for me now is worked for me, so I'm just running with like that. I'm just doing what works for me right now, and those two are pretty much working nice for me. I'm on YouTube as well. I'm on SoundCloud. I got my own website. Like, you know, like these platforms are free, and people are not taking advantage of it. This is free marketing. Motherfuckers not taking advantage of it, man. They keep sitting around saying, "Oh man, I need to get signed. Yo, I need to get signed. Honestly, I need to get signed." What the fuck for? Do you know anything about a record deal? Like, you're gonna sign that, they're just gonna say maybe 100,000 advance. You're like, "Yo, I'm getting signed for $100,000. No, you're not, nigga. There's an advance. And that money that they're giving you is for you to fucking record your album or whatever you're doing, your mixtape. So that means you gotta buy beats, you gotta get your marketing promotion. That's for studio time. You know what I'm saying? That's for all that shit. And that shit, that's for your videos. Did I say promotion? Maybe I did. I don't know. But like, that's for all that. That's what that is for, to gear up that, to build up that hype for you. And then you gotta pay that back when you start selling albums. But we all know albums not really selling anymore. It's more of like iTunes and all these online stores now. So how you gonna make your money? Probably most likely off of shows. But if you're signed to a record label now, they're giving you a 360 deal, and they're gonna get a piece of that. They're gonna get a piece of your record sales. They're gonna get a piece of if you sell a shirt at that show, they're getting a piece of that. They're getting a piece if you do a deal with, let's say, fucking Nike. They're getting a piece of that. Probably a big piece too. They're getting a piece of pretty much everything they do. Even stuff that they don't have their hands in, they're gonna have a piece of, because they own part of you. You signed that deal. You're just working for them. You're not a boss. And you guys say you want to be a boss? Do this shit independently. Call your own shots. Do what you want to do. You don't got to wait on no deadlines. You don't got to wait for this artist and that artist to come out before you can even come out. It's going to be a lot more work, but the payoff in the long run, not even the long run, man. Like, you're going to get the money now when you're independent now. Like, if you sell a CD, you're going to get the money now. If you sell a CD on a record label, you got to wait till everything comes back and finalizes. And let's not forget that $100,000 advance that you got. That's an advance. You know what I mean? An advance meaning just money they just give you up front now. But you got to pay that back. It's not a grant, or it's not a money that you just say, "Here, take it, man, because you're a sick artist. Just have $100,000. Who the fuck is going to give you $100,000? Let alone who's going to give you even $10 nowadays? Nobody. They don't do nothing for nothing, man. They're going to get something out of it. They usually want more. So they're going to get that back. And then when you get back when they get back all their $100,000, in record sales and your shows and you selling merchandise or whatever the fuck you're doing, then you start getting paid. Sometimes you don't even hit that. So you now, let's say you sign to the record label, they give you $100,000 advance. You then go in and you spend it up, you do the usual, what most rappers do. They go buy cars, they go buy jewelry, shit, whatnot, and then boom, comes time to recoup back the money now, and you ain't selling shit because you didn't put the money in the right place. You didn't put the money in the right promotion and your PR and your branding and whatnot. You didn't do none of that. You went and you lived it up. You know what I mean? So now you're shining, but you broke. So now you're in debt. Now you're in debt now, which is the worst fucking position to be in this world. Debt. You know what I'm saying? Debt is like another word. Debt. Like, what does the word debt sound like? Like you're dead. Like debt. Like they have you. Till you paid it off, they own you now. So they're gonna keep nagging. And you've seen tons of artists get signed, you know what I'm saying, have one big track, and then they just never come back. You know what I mean? Because they don't understand, like, this shit is not a game.